Hello, everyone. My name is Mark Huffman. I come to you as mostly, as of course you know, as Crisis CRI SIS 169. But my real name is Mark Huffman. I come to you today with a very important announcement. And something, I'm not here to sway your vote either way. I'm not here to say anything to you. But if you're 18 years old and legal citizen, you have the right and the duty to vote. You have the obligation as your civic duty as an American citizen, 18 years old or an American citizen. If you came to this country legally and you got your citizenship, welcome to America. Uh, go out and vote. Um, who I voted for and why. Who I voted for and why is a topic that people will ask you. Of course, violence will erupt. People beat people out of cars, weird stuff. I voted for Donald Trump, or now President Donald Trump, at this time. I can do it third, we don't know. The reason why I voted for him, I didn't vote for him in 2016. I voted for Johnson, Libertarian, because I'm independent conservative. I was Republican, but I lean more independent conservative because the Democratic Party has lost their way. The Republican Party has lost their minds, and Libertarian is the only one that seems to be, the normal people. I call it freaks on both sides. You got freaks on both sides of the spectrum. You got freaks in the Democratic Party that want socialism and want free everything, and then you work for nothing. It's all given to you. Or the Republican Party where it's it can be not as pandering, but they act like the world's gonna end tomorrow or something. Both sides have an ideology where it's going to be you're going to die tomorrow, destruction, chaos. Oh, I feel like freak out. Wear a face mask, respirator, parts of cabal. You have to wear a face mask, respirator, hazmat suit, walk around, like a hazmat kind of person. Both parties are insane in my mind. This is why I go as an independent conservative and not as a Republican or Democrat. I believe that Donald Trump did a great job. Yes, he's a pompous, arrogant asshole. But you know what? He got the job done. He he told Obama, here, hold my beer, hold my jacket, hold my suitcase. And he took care of the problem that Obama said was what couldn't happen. To deal with China, deal with Japan, deal with countries. Trump went like that. Now, it wasn't as easy as that. It took time. But then you had the media attacking him, doing the job of the Democratic Party. And I'm thinking, a person that has this much hate, who's been in office only 4 years, or not even been in office yet, where Maxine Waters and his inauguration, we're going to get him impeached. Just, he just won the election, not even maybe, 2, 3 weeks earlier, or a month, 2 months earlier, November of 2016. And I'm like, this person won the election. And you already won an impeachment. Why? And I sat down with a paper and I wrote down Trump, and I wrote down why people want to impeach him. Was he a criminal? Did he embezzle something? Did he do sexual advances like Bill Clinton did? He caught his pants down. What was it? And it comes down to the conclusion. I took about 4 years to make this conclusion. The alt left hates Trump because he is not a politician. He is not what they want to be. They're pompous, arrogant people, but they're pompous, arrogant people living in districts or out of districts that are crap holes, shitholes. Nancy Pelosi and Maxine Waters in California live about 2, 3 miles out of the district. In nice 9, 10, 12, $20 million houses, mansions, while the rest of the Commonwealth peasants live in inner city slums or live in the city of San Francisco where you have to have a poop app so you don't step in human feces with tents all around. And I look at that, and I look at Mayor Lightfoot in Chicago, her blocking off her two street corners of her house so she can get sleep. But while American citizens, children in her city are being shot and killed, 10 of them by the way. So also what the hell Black Lives Matter? They're useless. Nobody cares. The constant rioting and destruction in democratic cities. These things have molded me to believe, you know what? Donald Trump is the only hope we have left. Outside of Jesus Christ, the Savior, my Lord. He has put Donald Trump in this position for a reason. I believe. You can laugh and leave all you want. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Because I don't have to care what you think. And the reason why I voted for Trump was because I believe he had some connection with people like that who are sick and tired of the constant alt-left running roughshod over everybody, doing what they want, making the rules as they see fit. I read a post one time many years ago, 4 years ago, who had Hillary Clinton on it. And, it wasn't an exact quote from Hillary Clinton, but it had Hillary Clinton on it, and it's in pretty much during her email scandal or WikiLeaks, and it pretty much said, laws are for poor people. Her little Clinton pose like this, just looking like she's all that bag of chips and then some. Like she's important and you're not. So get on one knee, and, kiss her hand, kiss the magic ring, and off, peasant, off you go. Off you go. Off you go. Go plow the field, milk the cows, kind of thing. You're not treated like human beings. And that's what I got. I didn't vote Trump because I thought Trump was just too much of a joke back there. I thought it was some cosmic joke, between both. I thought it'd be some weird joke where they'll both get on stage and rap. Because, Trump and Clinton, and I went far back since '92, since Billy Boy was the president running the place. And he had parties and all these liberals hate him now and loved him. Free booze and food, booze and food. And now, 20 plus years later, 30 plus years later, they hate him. Because he put an R next to his name. And he pretty much told Obama, here, hold my beer and my suitcase. And I'm going to solve the problem. And I watched this guy. And I watched what he did with the House and when it was, above control. And I watched him do things. I watched him get bills passed. I watched him get the wall built. I watched him, take the Obama Hitler care and turn it around and make it somewhat understandable. I saw him take 2 rings jobs back. I saw him do these things. I'm thinking, you know what? Now I didn't regret I did not, regret voting for Johnson. I had no problem with that. But you know what? This guy is not a one-trick pony. He's actually doing something, saying he's going to do it, and actually fall through. It might take a little time, but he's falling through with it. And now with what really stole the show from me, what made me really vote for Donald Trump supporter this time around, was the fact that Nancy Pelosi and the rest of the Goon Squad, and the squad of AOC and the rest of them, viral liberal dogs, that Nancy Pelosi, can't control the squad anymore. It's beyond herself. She lost control of the Soulless Squad. It's Omar, Nancy, it's AOC, it's the 2 other women. And these people are the ones who are trying to push socialism. These people in their districts are destroying their own districts and don't care. They're making Nancy Pelosi and Matthew Warner, look like gracious dictators compared to these women are. And they just want tax and spend, socialism, everything socialism. And Nancy Pelosi lost the party control because these people are now running around. She can't tell them to be quiet. If you know, you know, even if you speak of the House. But what sealed the doom for me for Democrat Party was when they impeached Donald Trump. Absolutely nothing. When they impeached him, the House impeached him on Russia collusion, abuse of power. And they're walking by with the damn freaking signing paperwork, impeaching Trump, walking down the Senate hallway, like goon squad. Just walking by. Like, a little solidarity walking by. We're doing this because taxpayer money, and they took trillions of dollars out of, taxpayer fund or some kind of funds. Millions of dollars or what was trillions, who cares? In fact, it's a waste of money. I don't care if it was $10 to kind of, federal government spending. It was just taxpayer money they spent. I don't care anybody tells me. You drink the Kool-Aid and believe, it's just no. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. You are and then put some AV sunglasses on while you're at it. Because all you're doing, it makes it look stupid. And that bothers me. But that's still me. You know what? I'm voting for Trump 2020. If he's not, booted out of office because of his stupid damn little impeachment plans. Because, I told a friend of mine who was a deep liberal, I said, you can imagine if Hillary Clinton was president and the Republicans did this? The Firestone and CNN, the Comedy Network freaking out, screaming how you leave mommy alone. And that's what bothers me. Is that when the Democrat Party was sitting there kneeling down for George Floyd, a man who, come to find out, was already going in the early stages of respiratory failure, dying of a drug overdose and alcohol issues. It's very sad. When they're kneeling down, in slave owner colors of the South American slave trader colors. 12 children are being murdered in Chicago. 10 or 12 children being murdered in Chicago. And Black Lives Matter, once again, is just out to lunch. They burn down St. Peter. We're going to go to Chicago and burn down Chicago's drug places. No, can't do that. Why? Your masters didn't tell you to do that. Yes, master. You'll burn down Minnesota. Minnesota's more in play than it was before. And the rest of the states are more in play. Now, Trump could lose the election. And that's a very big possibility. It does bother me that we'll have Biden, wheelchair Biden, into a basement with a president hat on, with Pamela Harris and the rest of the goons are running around the country if they get a House and Senate and the majority and then the Democratic Party control. It'll be very, very dangerous because you can just see it goodbye. Because Biden wants to get rid of big oil. Biden wants to get rid of natural gas. Biden wants to go total green. How are you gonna pay for it? We'll tax the rich. Okay, yeah, sure, Mr. Biden. You'll tax the rich. The same rich that put money into your bank account, put money into your campaign, put money into you and your cronies' wallets. You're gonna go up there and drum that up? Go ahead. Meanwhile, you and I are gonna be paying higher taxes. Well, I don't mind that. You don't mind paying for a car, like a Tesla costs 80 grand. A cheap Tesla costs about 60 grand if you're lucky. You get maybe 200 miles to charge if you're lucky. But then you have to go home and put a battery in the terminal in there to charge up your car. See, these things cost money, folks. It ain't gonna just be $40 trillion. Boom, that's it. That's a down payment to what these goons want to do. And I'm not saying that fossil fuels should be expanded. I'm not saying anything. We should open the Keystone Pipeline. We should make our country, not dependent on everybody else. Like Master Obama did, and Master Biden, and the goons bowing in front of other countries. We are United States of America. We are one of the best countries outside of Israel and on this planet. We're one of the richest countries outside of Israel on this planet. And people like Biden and Obama and Harris and Clinton and Maxine Waters and you know Nancy Pelosi and the rest of the goon squad do not care about you or I. They want power and they want ownership. They want to own us. They want to enslave us. They want to give us nothing but hell. How dare you, America, get that free money? We're gonna make it. We're gonna tax and spend your ass now. We get 70, 80% taxes. We're getting that coin back and then some. Hell, when one person in Florida said, "No, Trump wins," and I'm laying people off. Well, I mean, if Trump loses, I'm laying people off. He's foretelling what's going to happen. And then maybe there's too much drama there. Well, here. Under Obama, how many jobs did he create? Maybe what, 200,000 jobs? I don't know, 4 million shovel-ready jobs? Oh, gee whiz, that's great. We already have to have a college degree to understand, wind energy and electrical engineering. How many of you out there have an engineering degree? You're just saving it in the back of your closet somewhere or in your attic. Now, how many degrees you have from a university that you can go up there and go, I know how to do this. I sure don't. I don't think anybody else does either. It's time to not vote with your conscience. It's time to vote for the salvation of your children and even your adult children and even yourself a little bit. Because a Biden-Harris thing will just be a waste of time. And I believe we're going to head in that way. And my fear of having over the last couple of days, I know fear is not God. But it could be a wake-up call. You know what? If we don't, if I don't make a video, if I don't talk about how I'm feeling, and what I'm sensing, what I'm feeling in my heart, in my soul, we could have a Biden ticket when win in this country. And if they win the House, Senate, Democrat win the House, Senate, well, we're done. Because they're going to tax and spend. They tax and spend. They're going to ram through the back the approval of Obamacare, make it where it's once again back where it was back when Obama. With sleep Democrats, with sleepy Democrats. First had it revealed, and not where Trump just took away the parts that didn't make sense. I guarantee you, folks, if you vote blue and Biden wins, if you vote for Democrat, I'm gonna say this right now for all of you. If you vote for Biden-Harris, and you lose your job, your health coverage, extra money, hear me out. You have forfeit every right to complain. You have literally stamped your no longer complain like this came on. You cannot complain for 4 years. Shut your mouth. You smile, bend over. Yes, Mr. President. You take out the brown eye. That's exactly what you did. When people bent over and then voted for Obama 2 times and lost health coverage and lost their job, and evil Republicans' fault? No, your fault, because you did not listen to what your heart was telling you. Listen to the fear mongering. Well, coronavirus. The flu killed 70 to 80 million people around the world last year. We're just shutting down the government last year happened. It didn't. You know why? Because people, flu virus, laugh at it. Get a flu shot. So many this couple weeks, because a vaccine has been approved by the FDA. Maybe a couple weeks or so we'll have a coronavirus shot. Antibodies. It may make you sick. It does. That doesn't. If it works, it's great. It doesn't do anything at all. We won't. So we have no crystal ball fortune cookies to worry about. If it doesn't work, no, and we don't have any more fortune cookies or crystal balls to worry about when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm telling you, go out and vote. Now, if you vote Democrat and that's what you vote for, and you want Biden in there and he wins, hey, congratulations. But if he doesn't do what he say he's going to do, if he doesn't do what you want him to do, like I said before, I'll say it again, you forfeit all rights to complain. You can't complain. You can't vote. No, you just smile, take it, because that's what you want. See, voting with your finger is more important than voting with a gun. In most countries, they force you to vote for them. Here, we're the only country in the world that I know of that you vote with your finger and not having a gun back to your head, forcing you to vote. So we are one of the freest nations out there that you put your finger to it, put your finger to work. One day every 4 years, they gotta do. Now, I voted for a lot of Republican stuff, and I voted Democrat before, for Tennessee. I voted for Phil Bredesen. I think it was twice. Because I liked what he did. Democrat who was, not a liberal crazy person, but he did his job. But I didn't, I don't believe in Joe Biden. I don't believe in Harris. I don't believe anything the Democrats tell me. Even more so, the Republicans will too as well. But why I voted for a Republican is because of Trump and his understanding of what's going on. He is telling people what people need to hear, but also what we don't want to hear. And we don't want to hear how that country's falling apart because of the coronavirus and democratic problems. But he's telling us this stuff. It's not promising this and promising like Biden did. Biden been in office 47 years, done nothing for England. But yes, Trump's been there for 4 years and done more things by accident than Obama and that hell the whole Democratic Party has done, in House. The Democratic Party in House has done more to get rid of Trump than they are to help Trump. Because they don't like him because he's not their fake, he's not Clinton. Well, sorry, but people didn't want him. They didn't want, they didn't want Hillary or Clinton, what you want to call it, I don't know, I don't care. But so yeah, I voted for Trump this time around. I have no problem doing it. I have no issue doing it. I'll do it again tomorrow, next day. If I was vote for every day, I would. But this is called legal voting. Can't do that. But I will vote for Trump a third time if he ran, but he can't. But because he's pompous and arrogant. You know what? He does his job. He's doing exactly what he says he's going to do. Maybe not to the list he said. He did the wall here, they did healthcare over here, and they did this down here. Okay, fine. No, he didn't follow the blueprint. But he's knocking things he's checking off the list he made. People say, well, the manufacturing job hasn't had the jobs in Pennsylvania haven't materialized as well as Trump promised. Okay. It takes time, folks. You didn't lose those jobs, in 4 years. It took longer than 4 years to lose the manufacturing jobs in a place like Detroit, in a place like Philadelphia, in a place like Ohio, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Michigan. You didn't lose them overnight 4 years ago. They were being lost under the last few years of Bush administration started going down. Obama kicked in, and he started going down, and you saw less and less coal. The coal industry has been failing a lot less. Coal is no longer the biggest boom it used to be. Now they're trying to put coal into batteries to use for electric cars like Teslas, and that's fine. That helps keep coal industry going. But places like northern Kentucky and places like I think like southern Pennsylvania and Ohio have a lot of coal industries that are dying out. Coal is no longer needed that much anymore. Now I don't agree with it, but maybe putting coal, coal in the batteries that will work. Nickel and coal batteries for the cars, or even batteries you use at home. These things are happening, folks. See, the trickling out are happening. So if you live in Pennsylvania and you live in Ohio, I think give Trump a chance. He's done more so far than any other president has done. And vote him out one term because he didn't just magically go hinkle hinkle do and make jobs blow out your rear end. It didn't happen in 4 years, folks. The jobs and the jobs and places I mentioned just didn't disappear in 4 years. It took a lot of Democrat control to destroy that state I mentioned, to pound away, to chip away at the foundation of those jobs. And when one started falling, it's just a domino effect. It just kept coming, going until now you have more deserted factories and you got people living some of these now because the Democrat control. They voted for Democrat. Hope it changes this. They had their own version of hope and change, and they left the place barren. You can't blame Trump for something that happened 40 years ago. You can blame Biden for it, if he was, he was championing it, championing it. But you can't blame Trump for something that he wasn't a politician at. And that's where a lot of people are kind of not really understanding why Philadelphia and Iowa are in play when the jobs take time to come back. Few jobs came back, and not a lot. You gotta understand it's gonna take time. People can't go do jobs and explode, especially in parts of the country like I'm in Rust Belt where it had issues like that, where it's taken the Democrats almost 10, 20 years to just breaking it down to finally have it looking like today, or back when Obama left. So if you're voting for Biden because you think he'll bring back jobs tomorrow, then you're a fool. If you vote for Trump and he'll bring back jobs tomorrow, you're a fool. But jobs will come back, trickling back. It just takes time because it hasn't happened that way, especially in places like that have been run by Democrats for almost 10, 20 years, 30, 40 years. The hell in Pennsylvania hasn't been in play in a long while for a Republican president. So it could be something that maybe the Pennsylvania House is like, you know what, we like Trump, but Biden seems better. He hadn't done much for 50 years, but hey, go for it, I guess. But I don't believe it though. I don't believe that the people in Pennsylvania are that gullible to give Trump a chance in 2016. Oh, he didn't do anything in 4 years. Get rid of him. Everybody knows it's going to take more than 4 years to do so. Obama didn't make this country crap in 4 years. It took 8 years of his policy to finally take a hold. I'm thinking if Trump reelected again and the House goes to Republicans, you may see a little gas on the engine, and you might see a little bit of change coming. But I can't guarantee you. I don't think Trump can guarantee either. She said jobs are coming back. He didn't say when. So big question mark there, folks. You can believe Nancy Pelosi. You can believe the Democratic Party that they can fear this, fear that, run around, freak out, or respirator, or hazmat suit, run around, freak out. Or you can believe like Trump. You know what? Yes, we lost jobs. Yes, coronavirus isn't help, but I'm doing my best. That's all I ask for. Somebody's doing their best. You do your best you can, and you move on from there. That's what I think we should do. And that's why I voted for Trump this time around. Because he is doing something that no politician has ever done. He's been truthful. He's like, Mark, too much to me. Mark, I tried, I'm not the best politician, but I'm trying. That's all I got from him. Not off the TV screen or whatever. But, I resonate with him. You know what? I try my best. I fail. You know what? I'll keep getting up and trying again. Try again, and eventually you succeed. That's all I want to hear. Is the story of adversity over constant obstacles with the Democratic Party constantly chasing Trump around and badmouthing him and throwing stuff at him and just making him harm. You could see 4 years ago how he changed for 4 years. but he's still more energetic. He's more energetic than Biden is. Hell, Biden rallies pretty much deserted. Unless they're doing it online. And if they are, then that's amazing. But that's what I think, though, folks. I just really voted for it, and that's why. Um, thank you for watching my channel and for watching my video. If you like Trump or not, don't care. If you wear a Trump shirt, t-shirt, and tattoo that stays in the face, and you run around in Trump, that's fine. If you're a Trump Regiment Syndrome person, you need it. There's help for that. If you're looking for a job and in Rust Belt, don't give up hope. Trump's going to come back. And Trump is trying best he can. Guys, he's doing a hell of a better job than Obama and Clinton would have done by far. And the finger on the button ploy, he didn't launch any missiles to kill anybody. So the finger on the button is just that. The finger on the button. The finger on the button. So if they finger on the button, can't do that. I'm gonna make it very flat. But yeah, guys, this is my video. Like, subscribe to my channel. When non-political videos come available. I'll do a video later on today. I'm doing research on the Nintendo Switch, so I'll see you guys later. Peace, love. See you there.